Hello and welcome to the final part. Well, it's going to be the final part. If I get 1,000 views, maybe 1,000 likes, then I will do another part. So for now it's gonna be the final part. So within the final part of this gaming tutorial, I'm gonna design a level today, level 1. So we were so far we have come to this point from the very beginning. Now I'm gonna design a ghost level. So for a ghost level I'm gonna need a ghost, a shooter, and some bullets. So first of all I'm gonna design, maybe you can say making a sprite, or making an object. I'm gonna make a ghost object, and it will have integer x-axis, which will represent its x-axis. It will have another y-axis. It's really raining out there. I hope you guys having a fun time. And it will have string image path. And all of these are gonna be private variables. I'm making a Java series where I'm gonna be describing all of these and Java basics. I'm not gonna go through these things now. So I'm gonna use now source to generate the constructor using fields. This will give me the constructor, and I'm gonna generate the getter and setter. Generate getter, setter for all the three fields, and that's pretty much it. And now I'm gonna use another paint method, public void. I'm gonna call it draw ghost, draw ghost, and it's gonna have again the same graphics g parameter. I think by now you guys know what's graphics parameter. It will help me to draw the ghost, and it will have an image icon, as I have used the image icon throughout this project. Image icon g equals, not g, ghost equal to new image icon, and it takes string as a parameter. So I will pass the image path of this class, the parameter. Again I'll have to import the image icon, and then I will draw the image of the ghost. So this will be the first parameter will be ghost.getImage, x-axis, y-axis, and again I will be using null over here. So this is pretty much my ghost object. Now I'm gonna define a shooter object that will also pretty much have the same thing, integer, private, integer, all the same things. I'm gonna copy this one, and I'm gonna generate the constructor using fields, and I'm going to create the getter setters for all these three fields, and then I'm gonna write another draw method, draw shooter graphics g. Again I will have to import the graphics, and I will use image icon. I will use the image icon img equals to new image icon. I will send the image path as the parameter here. I have to import image icon, then g.draw image. Again, first parameter is the image, get image, x-axis, y-axis, and null. And the only thing left is the bullets. So I'm gonna do the same thing for the bullets. A bullet class, it will have the same private variables, and I will generate the constructor using the 3 fields, and I will generate the getter setters for all these 3 fields. I think I'm gonna copy paste the draw method. I have to import the graphics. I think the graphics is already imported. Yeah. So I'm gonna name it draw bullet, and that's pretty much it, I think. Yeah. So I have created a bullet, ghost, and a shooter. So save changes, they are here, so don't worry, I'm not tossing them all out. So now I'm gonna design the level 1, and that is my level ghost. So I'm gonna write ghost level, which will extends J panel and implements key listener. It's not gonna implement the cannot resolve the first. I need to import the J panel, and then I have to import the key listener. Then I have to add the unimplemented methods. I have gone through all of these things, so I'm not gonna waste time because it's gonna be a lengthy tutorial. So I have to use a JFrame. I'll call it window equals to new JFrame. I have to import the JFrame, and again in this level 1 will have a lot of painting, so I will use a paint method, graphics G. So I have to import the graphics. So and I will definitely have to need the constructor post level, and I want to define the size at first. Size is going to be 1000 by 700, or maybe just 700. That's good. Then window dot set location. I think it's gonna be 2020 because it's a big window. Maybe 4020. Then window dot set default operation. I haven't used this in the entire tutorial. This means when I press the cross button, it will close the window. I don't have to go to the console and close manually. And that, which also means I'm not gonna undecor. Which I will be keeping the title bar on this time around. So better give it a name actually. DLC ghost level, and finally we will be setting window dot set visible to true. And so first thing first, let's paint the background. Image icon, background equals to new image icon, and I have to import the image icon, and the image I'm gonna be using here is this one. Yeah, dragon background. It's a JPG file, so I'm gonna write dragon what's the background .jpg, and I'm gonna use the G graphics to draw the image. First parameter is the background get image. Then x-axis should be 0, 0, x and y, and then it's gonna be null. So I want to run this and see what I have done, and I'm gonna comment this level window out in the main method, and I'm gonna call the ghost level because for the sake of time I don't want to go through all the windows that I have designed so far. So let's run and see if it works. For some reason oh yeah, I have not added this panel to the window. There's a lot of work to be done to this, so I want to be take it in smaller steps. Still not working. Why, let me see. Maybe I think I have misspelled the background, maybe, I don't know. Dragon background. So where's the oh, I think, yeah, I haven't mentioned the images folder. It's in my images folder, right? Yeah, it is in my images folder. If you can see, it's in my images folder, so I have to mention it again. I hope it will sort it out. Yeah, it does. I need to shrink the window, so maybe the width needs to be, I think, around about 900 and it's and the height, I think 650, or maybe it should be 800. Let's see. I want this to set maximize. Wait a minute. Window, let's set maximize bounds. I don't want to set that anyway, so let's see. It's still, I think I need to shrink it a bit more. I think, yeah, from the y-axis, so from the height perspective. So let's make it 630. Yeah, it's pretty okay. And now I will be drawing the shooter. So first I will have to initialize the shooter. Shooter equals to new shooter. So let's see how shooter class is designed: x-axis, y-axis, and image path. So first of all, I have to set the x-axis. I think I will keep this in the middle, so I will keep it at 400, and y-axis maybe at 400 as well, and image path, that's images. I think it's where's the shooter? So it's new shooter.png, new shooter.png. So that's my shooter, and now I want this shooter to be drawn. Now remember, I have already defined the paint method or the draw shooter method, and it takes graphics as a parameter. So I'm just gonna pass the parameter here, and that will draw the shooter. As you can see, wow, I've done it very nicely. So yeah, it's pretty good. Maybe a bit to the left would be good. So I think I'm gonna do it at a 380 maybe. Let's see how it goes. Yeah, it's pretty okay. Now I'm gonna draw the ghosts. GHOSTS. What's the your ghost? I'm gonna take a double 2D array. I'm gonna take a 2D array of ghosts equals to new GHOST ghost of size 20, maybe 40. It's 2 into 20 is 40. So I will have to initialize these, and I'm gonna do it in the constructor. So I'm going to use a nested loop. I into 0, I less than ghosts dot length I plus plus, and for another loop in j equals to 0, j is less than ghosts I dot length. If you don't know what I'm doing in this line of this section, I think you need to check out my other Java tutorials. This is a big project, so I don't want to go through these nested loop things. So I will have to initialize this. So I will just ghosts I j equals to new ghost. Let me see how the ghosts are designed. So go to the constructor, x-axis, y-axis, string, image path. So I'm gonna do it exactly right there, like that. So I need an int x-axis equals to 0, int y-axis. Why I'm defining it separately? Because I will have to manipulate it, and to manipulate I will need these variables for me. These variables will do it for me. X-axis, y-axis, and image path is images / I don't know what's the name and what ghost I'm gonna use. So I'm gonna use this one. I don't know why I've named it modified, but yeah, I think I've modified it this way. So modified, it's a PNG file. So I'm gonna paste the name and PNG, and I want these to move 50 points apart each time, and after this first loop ends I want the line to break. Like if it's printing like this, I want it to break the line and come in the second line. So I want the y-axis to be 50 apart, and obviously I have to set the x-axis to default 0 again, because then it will print gain from here. So I think I need to show you guys what I'm talking about. Again, I need to draw this in the paint method. Int I equals 0, I is less than, I don't know what I am giving the name of the variable, ghosts dot length I plus plus, and for int int j equals to 0, j is less than ghosts I dot length j plus plus, and I'm gonna draw this. So just again, if you remember, I have a draw method for draw ghosts, and it takes graphics G as a parameter. This is the graphics G. So let's see what have I drawn, or how does it look like. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16. So it doesn't look, there are a lot of maybe 8 bubbles here as well. So I think I will have to shrink this. If I do 16, maybe it will be 8. Yeah, it's 8. So yeah, 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11 12 13 14 15 16. Yes, in 32. So these are my 32 bubbles. Here's the 32 bubbles. Now I want to draw the bullet. What's the bullet? Yeah, here's the bullet. Again, it's x-axis, y-axis, and image path. So I'm gonna do the bullet. I'm gonna use a array. Bullets equals to new bullet 10. I mean 1000. I want to make this interesting. That's why I'm giving a strict. You can make bullets infinite. Like if you give them a 10, and if the loop continues to 10, you just make it. If it's like the index I is 10, just make it 0 again. By doing that, you can give the player infinite bullets. But I'm gonna just make it interesting. I'm gonna keep it at 1000. So again, I will have to initialize my bullets. For this time, it's not gonna be a nested loop. I is less than bullets dot length I plus plus. So bullets equals to new bullet. Again, x-axis, y-axis. So first I want to show you guys where is the bullet actually drawing. So I'm gonna keep it around about 300 to 300, and just to show you guys that the bullet is getting drawn. So images, what's the bullet name? It's new bullet. What's the file? It's a PNG file. So let's paste it, and it's .png file. So, and that's why there's I don't know, bullets to bullet. Oh yeah, sorry, it's array. So I have to use the index. I don't know why these days I have so much problem in concentration. I gave a variable name here and I forget when I'm writing here. It's just frustrating, maybe doing a lot of projects these days. So again, I have to paint it in the paint method. Int I equals to 0. I is less than, maybe it's bullets dot length. Yeah, I got it right. Congratulations to me. I plus plus. And again, if you remember, I have a draw bullet method, which takes graphics G as a parameter. And now I want to show you guys that what I have drawn. Where's the bullet? Yeah, there it is. So I want it to be under the screen, where you can't see it. So I'm gonna keep the x-axis right around here, and the y-axis greater than the shooter's y-axis. So x-axis same as the shooter x-axis. What's the shooter's x-axis? It's 380, and y-axis is more than 400, so I will keep it at maybe 450. Yeah, 450. Now if I draw this now, you can get wow, that's kind of strange. I can see it completely. So maybe it's not 450, it should be 650. and I think, wait a minute, where was it? So it was here, maybe 30 plus. I think I should plus the x-axis 30 more. So maybe make it 410 and 650. That should do it. I think I should vanish it. It's vanished from the screen. I hope it's around about here somewhere. So now I will move the shooter. For that I will have to, you know, shift the focus to the panel. So by default, you know what I'm doing here. Shift the set focusable true. I am ordering the compiler of the CPU, you know, here to focus on the panel, and I'm gonna this dot set add key listener. This you can do it by using super as well. I don't know the difference between using super and obviously super uses calls to the parent, but you know, for me this makes sense. Maybe I am wrong. If you guys know better, please let me know that. But I don't. In my project I used super, but to me it makes sense. If I get any error, well, that's for the time being to see. So now I want key press. Okay, so I want the shooter to be moving now. So I'm gonna do it kp. So if kp dot get key code equals key event dot vk underscore write. I want if shooter dot get x-axis is greater than, what's our window size? It's 80. So I will have to keep it at 810, maybe 805. So if it's greater than, oh sorry, it's gonna be less than. If it's less than 805, then I'm gonna be doing the shooter dot set x-axis. I want it to move around maybe 5 points, and else if the kp dot get key code equals key event dot vk underscore left, and then if shooter dot get x-axis is greater, this time going greater than 0, maybe -2, then I want the shooter's x-axis to move to its left. -5. So it should have been +5, you know. So let's see. It's not working. Yeah, it is not working actually. I don't know why it's not working, but okay. Let's see what have I done here. Okay, then have I added the key? I don't know why it's not. I have painted it, and I wanted to repaint. Oh yes, I didn't repaint it, right? Yeah, I didn't repaint it. So I need to repaint it. I think it should work now. Yeah, it does. Now two more final things to do. One is to shoot. To shoot, I will need to use multi-threading. So I will have to define a thread or a class that will extend thread. A thread will have a by default public void run method. I'm gonna be overriding this. I want to write the override. Overriding this. Override the run method. And this thread, this class should have a bullet, a level ghost, a level GL, and I will be checking the collision here as well. So I'm gonna be naming the ghosts here as well. So ghost, it's gonna be double. I think it's gonna be double. Sorry, 2D array. And so I'm going to be defining a constructor here, fire, and this constructor will have the bullet as its parameter, bullet, a level, GL, and a 2D array of ghosts. This dot bullet equals to bullet. This dot GL equals to ghost level. This dot ghost equals to ghost. So in this run method, let's get back to the run method. Now in the run method, what I want is when I press this space button, I want this to, you know, the bullet to go in this direction. So I'm going to define that. So while bullet dot get y-axis is greater than maybe minus 100, I want the bullet to be set y-axis, bullet dot get y-axis minus 10, and I want it to be look like it's look smooth, so I will have to make it 100 milliseconds smaller. Not smaller, sorry, try catch. So it will pause for 100 seconds, and I will have to start this thing when I press the space button. I think I have to repaint as well. Repaint it as well. Yeah, I definitely have to repaint it. So let's see, where should I repaint it? GL repaint. Should I repaint it here or inside the while loop? I'm a bit confused. Anyway, let's see what happens. And I'm gonna repaint these things in their respective methods. Else if kp dot get key code equals key event dot vk underscore space. So I want the fire to be initialized here. Fire f equals to new fire. It takes the bullets, single bullet as a parameter. So I will need a bullet count. So I'm using that count. This is gonna be my bullet. So bullets count. I hope I have named the bullet. Yes, bullets. So this is single bullet. Then the class will be this, and then the bubble ghosts will be ghosts. Ghosts. It's a 2D array. That's what I defined. Now I want this to run the thread. I want this to start. F dot start. And I don't know if it will work on, because I'm confused with the repainting thing. As you can see, it's not working. I'm pressing the space button, but it's not working. So maybe I need to repaint it. Maybe inside. So let's see. I think it should be repainted each time, so I think I will have to repaint it here. And let's run this now. It should work a minimum at once. Yeah, it is working. It ain't gonna work multiple times because I haven't actually counted plus, so it will go up until this 1000. I'm not gonna debug these things. If I get 100 views, or sorry, not 1000 views, I'm gonna do this. See, it's not perfect. Now one more thing I'm gonna do is check collision. You know, that when if the images collide, you know, it will look more realistic and it will go away. The ghosts will go away. So for that, I'm gonna open a method, public void check collision. In Android, you know, there is collision detecting methods. Those are easy. I don't know if there's in Java there. I don't know there is any method, but there is a rectangle method. So I'm gonna use that. So first of all, this method will just check the collision. If collision is true, then it's gonna you know, kill the ghost. So how it's gonna kill the ghost, that's up to me. Well, that's up to you guys as well. So rectangle, this is gonna be bullet rect equals to new rectangle. Now the thing is, I don't quite remember what it takes as a parameter. Let's see, maybe, I don't know, rectangle, or it's maybe, I think it's gonna suggest. So again, let's try this thing, bullet rect. I hope it suggests now. New rectangle. In C#, I mean, with Visual Studio, Android Studio, it suggests, but I think it's gonna be x-axis, y-axis. I hope it is actually. Bullet dot x-axis get x, bullet dot get y. I hope it should work. In the height and width. What's the dimension? It's 13 into 50. So it's gonna be 13 into 50. I'm gonna make it 45 to be precise. I'm gonna import. I have to import the rectangle class. And now I will have to create the rectangle for the ghosts. So what's the again name of the variable? Ghost length. I almost forgot. Thankfully it was here, or else I would have to go back up and have to check that again. For int, I can't see anything. For int j equals 0, j is less than 0 is st ghost I dot length j plus plus. So it's gonna create a rectangle like this. I'll call it ghost rect equals to new rectangle. I hope I have defined it correctly, else it would not work. You know, my collision would not work. So ghost rect. It's gonna be ghost ij dot getX, ghost ij dot get. Oh my goodness, help me with my spellings and typings as well. Ghosts dot get y, and I don't remember the diameter 35 to 1325, so I'm gonna make it 25 into 25. And so I have made the, yeah, it's pretty much okay. So now I have to just check the collision. If there is a method called intersects, so I have to use the intersect method here. If bullet rect dot intersects, see it takes rectangle as parameter, so if it intersects ghost rect, intersects ghost rect, then I will set the ghost rect somewhere in the space, maybe, or maybe, you know, far away from the space. Ghost rect, yeah, I'm stupid because I should have wrote the ghost ij. If it intersects, then I'm gonna set its x-axis maybe to somewhere around the space, and I also gonna set the bullet set x-axis to the negative side, or else it's gonna be intersecting each other all the time. So now where should I check the collision? It's when the bullet is pressed, right? So it should be, I think, right around here. Check collision, and let's run this. I think, yeah, it's working. Now one funny thing, the shooter is moving but it ain't moved, so it's pretty easy. You know what I'm gonna do, is already 42 minutes old, so I think I can use 3 more minutes. So what I'm gonna do, when I move the shooter, no, actually I'm gonna, yeah, when I press the space button, it's gonna set the bullet count, bullet count dot, what the heck, bullet count dot set x-axis to the shooters, I think his name is shooter, yes, shooters get shooters x-axis. Yeah, let's see if it works or not. So first it is here, it's not working. So I think what I need to do is, it's working, but it doesn't look good, you know. So before the fire, after, I think, yeah, it's because of the initialization, you know. I have initialized it not to the, actually I want shooter's x-axis plus 20 would do it, plus 30 would do, I think. Let's see. Yeah, now it's okay. Now you can, if you see that it's still quite visible that it's not coming up from here. Now I can do that, I can fix that. I will do all these things and make these bubble drops, and, you know, show us score here, make level fail, level pass, etc, etc. but for that I want some help from you guys. I want you guys to at least give it a thumbs up, and give maybe if I get 1,000 likes, then I might make it a complete visually proper game, quite like this one, the way I designed this one. Dropping, so I'm gonna do it something around like that. So please, if you like this video and if you want me to continue making this project a complete one, please give it a thumbs up. And if I reach 1,000 views, maybe 100 likes, I will make the final part. So till then, I've really enjoyed making this video and this series. Maybe I think I should show you what we have done so far. For that, I think I'll have to code a bit more. Maybe I will have to cross out this dummy and opening window. OW equals new opening window. And one more thing, levels window. This is a ghost level, right? So ghost level, remember, if my previous lectures, ghost level is at the 0 index. So if I press the ghost level, my ghost level will appear. So I will have to initialize ghost level GL equals to new ghost level, and it will be the same for the action events. If it's 0, then it's not gonna print out any message. It's gonna open up the ghost level. So let's see what we have done. So as you can see, if I press the evil level, it will say evil level is still under maintenance. But if I select ghost level, it will come up. I haven't added the sounds as well, so there are a lot of things you want to do. You can do it on your own, or you can do it. I can help you guys with it if you just give this video a thumbs up. Until then, thanks for watching. Please like this video and subscribe. Take care and enjoy coding.